Hey, so what's up everybody, and welcome to episode number 48 of the Billy Rickman Show Podcast. I'm super excited to be giving you this one today because I reckon it's one of the most important messages that I have, delivered so far. And wow, what a week it's been. So as you all are aware, a couple of weeks ago now, what is it, 3 weeks ago on one day, I had a new baby boy, little Oscar. Pretty excited about it, talking about it a fair bit now. And he's really starting to become alert now, which is super exciting. I was like, I don't know, things are just changing with him, and he's starting to, follow people around the room and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. But when I knew that Oscar was going to be born, I had 2 weeks. I planned to have 2 weeks off beforehand and 2 weeks off afterwards. So I blocked out my calendar so I couldn't do coaching calls for that period of time, right? And because I couldn't do the coaching calls for 4 weeks because I blocked it out, I ended up still working, but I didn't do coaching calls for that period. When I came back, all my bookings, my calendar's just filled up with so many calls. And so for the past 9 days, I've been smashing out these coaching calls. And so I've done 56 calls in the last 9 days. Each of those calls goes to roughly 45 minutes, an hour, usually about 45 minutes. And then after that, you got to do all your session notes and then set actions for my coaching clients and follow that up. And then outside of that, that is an insane job by itself to do that for all those people. And then outside of that, I'm still obviously running the franchise. So I've got marketing meetings and sales meetings and state meetings and all this sort of stuff for the franchise as well. And then on top of that, I've got my salon growth seminars coming up, and I've got all this other stuff coming up as well. So and I'm trying to get 5,000 followers on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube yet, please go on YouTube, press subscribe. It's super easy. It'll take you 30 seconds and you get heaps of cool content. So if you're listening to that on the podcast, then head to my YouTube channel. If you're watching this live on YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet, then hit the subscribe button now. But the reason I'm telling you this is because one of the things I get asked all the time is the difference between my coaching and other people's coaching. And so my coaching is different, right? The way I explain it is there's personalized custom coaching or one-on-one coaching, and then there's template coaching, right? And template coaching, for those of you who don't know, template coaching is if you write an online course and then you write the content that goes with it, and then when someone signs up to your coaching, they get released a module a month or a module a week, and they get the resource to go with it, and then you progress over a period of time through this coaching program that's done mainly online, and then you're supported by a group, by your peers almost inside this group, and you kind of help each other out, and so that's template coaching. I don't do that style of coaching. My coaching is really one-on-one. It's customized. I want to know what's going on in your business at that time. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are the things you need help with now? And I always say this to people, I've got businesses that are just about to start and open their doors. I've got businesses that are that have been open for a couple of weeks and now they want to know, what do I do? I have businesses who are doing $1 million a year and now they want to do $2 million. I have businesses who are on the bones of their ass and they can't, they just can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and so they join the coaching program. And so because there's so many different businesses at different stages, it's there's no way that one shoe fits all, one size shoe fits all. It's people are at so many different points in their business, and what is important to them right there and then is not necessarily what they get in that module for the month, right? And so I get asked a lot about the difference between those two, and I think that I prefer my coaching because I've had both styles before as a student. I've had coaches in the past who have done both. I've had online templates, and then I've had custom coaching, and excuse me, and I really, really prefer the custom coaching because, like I said, it really allows you to brainstorm things that are going on in your business at that time and helps you to strengthen your own business with your own clientele and the style of brand that you are and all those sorts of cool things. What it does for me, though, which I've found most interesting over the past sort of 56 calls, and I know it's 56, I keep saying that, but I know that because I counted it last night, and that's why it's fresh in my mind. And the reason why, what it does for me as a coach is it gives me the perspective of business of 56 people. So I've delved into 56 different businesses in yoga and psychology and e-commerce and gyms and hair salons and barbers and skin clinics and beauty salons and like all these different styles of businesses that are in the coaching program. Like, I've delved into their businesses, looked at their numbers, looked at what's happening, looked at their marketing, looked at it, things that are doing well and things that aren't doing well. And so I've been able to get that experience now, and I get this all the time talking to people. I'm able to get the experience and the perspective of what's going on in their industry at that time in their business. And it really helps to keep me sharp. Like, it really helps me to increase my own skills and my own knowledge and understanding of business and trends, and try and figure out what is that key thing? Like, what is it that person's doing so well, but this person's not? What are those things? And so I'm always trying to figure that stuff out. I'm always trying to look for patterns and why people are successful and why they're not. And so one of the most important patterns, and this is probably one of the biggest lessons from this podcast today, one of the most important patterns that I've found is with all the top people in my inner circle, all the people who are getting the best results in the inner circle, are people who focus all of their time, on the marketing and sales portion of their business. And so, sorry, just having a cup of coffee. I speak about certain clients on my podcast a fair bit, and I say to other people, you can't compare your results with what they're getting, because what they are doing as a business owner and the way they are actioning themselves and the tasks they're setting and whatnot is totally different to yours. You're working, a 50-hour week, a 40-hour week, a 30-hour week, and 80% of your week is doing clients and servicing those people. I compare that to people who are top performers in the inner circle, and I could pick up the phone at any time of the day, and go, what are you doing right now? And they'll be like, I'm marketing my business. And because they're marketing their business, they get the results. And I can see this because I do this one-on-one coaching calls every month, and because I've done such a high density of coaching calls in the last 9 days, I'm really seeing it. I'm really seeing that this is the difference. The people who are succeeding beyond expectations, the people who are just absolutely crushing it right now, they're the people who are not working on clients. And so then I follow up that question in my own mind. My mind's pretty crazy, and I think about this stuff all the time. It's like, well, then what is it? Why don't more people do it? And the initial answer is money, right? But it's not right. It's not true. Money is not the thing holding you back from taking that leap and wanting to do the things that you need to do to take your business to the next level. It's not the thing. Money is not the thing. What the thing is, and I find that actually that's just a cop-out. And now I think about it as a cop-out, and I think about it and I go, that's just an excuse. It's just a justification in your own mind to make you feel good about not taking that step. So when people go, why don't you employ a manager, and why don't you focus on marketing your business to grow it and do the things that business owners should do? And the answer is, when I have enough clients, I will, or my clients won't let me leave. If I do, they're going to, or if I step away from doing clients, they're all going to leave, or the business can't afford to do that right now, but maybe in a couple of months it will, or in a year it will, and I'll make that a goal. That's just a justification, an excuse. But the real thing is they're scared. They're scared of what will happen if it doesn't work. And I'm not here to judge people on that. I'm not here to say, that's such a, I said as a cop-out before, but I don't really mean it like that. I genuinely mean, I totally understand why people would have that fear. But now, like I said, doing these clients, I can see it. I can see it clear as day. For the past 6 months, I've been speaking to 50 plus people, in depth about every single aspect about their business, what they do, duties and responsibilities, their sales and conversions, their marketing, and everything about their staff and their processes. I've learned so much in the past 6 months about so many different businesses, and I get this from doing these custom coaching calls every month. And because of that perspective, I can see it. It's clear as day that the people who are doing exceptionally well, the people who are tripled their business, quadrupled their business in a short period of time, they're the ones who are spending their time outside of their business developing it. And the only reason that I can also see, the other pattern that I can see, is the reason why people don't do it, and it's fear. Fear is the driving factor that stops people from doing it. And people say, I'd love to get off the tools, or I'd love to be able to do that. They don't love to do it. Won't love to do it. They like to do it in their mind and think it's a good idea, but they're scared, they scare the crap out of themselves about, holy crap, what if I did this and it didn't work? What if I did this and I didn't know how to do the business development side? But like I've got one of my coaching clients at the moment, and we went through the numbers the other day, and she's making good profit, and she's kind of over, doing services now and servicing clients, and I said, well, let's have a look. Like, how much would your business lose if you stepped out of it? And she's, I don't know, about like 10%. And I said, well, let's overinflate that number so that we can be conservative with our numbers. And so I said, let's say you lost 20%, right? How much more business do you think you could provide if you were wholly and solely 60 hours a week, 50 hours a week, 40 hours a week, whatever you want to do, like just out there driving clients into your business? How much business do you think you could generate? And she's like, easily like 60%, easily. And based on sales, right? And I was like, okay, well, let's be super conservative with that, and let's say 40%. And so if you stop doing clients and you spend all of that time building business and you drove 40% extra sales into the business, but you lost 20% because you weren't in the business anymore, you would still be up 20%. You'd be up, it's just simple maths, right? You'd be up 20%. So I said, like, what is the reason why you haven't done it? And then we started talking about it, and it's fear. It's fear that stops us. And so if you have ever had that thought of like becoming that person who works on your business, firstly know that it is the secret to success. It's your ticket to your goals. It's like you've got to put systems in place in your business so you can step away. The second thing is, it's like parenting. It will never be the right time. You'll never go, okay, I'm ready to be a mum and dad. Not a mum and dad, but I'm ready to be a parent now. Like from now, for me who is a parent, I never understood this before I was a parent. You're never ready to be a parent, ever. Like you just think you are, and you get it, and you have a baby, and I was totally unprepared for this. And so it's kind of like that. You'll never be at that point where you go, okay, yep, I'm totally prepared now to step away and work on my business and not in it. I'm just going to focus my efforts on marketing and sales. I don't think that time is ever perfect. You will always find a reason not to do it. Always, you'll always be like, oh, staff members just left, and I'll just tidy up this bit first, or my policies aren't tight enough, or my procedures aren't tight enough, or I don't have enough documentation, or my clients will leave, or I'll have to get some new clients in first, or once my sales reach this. You'll always have a reason why you don't step out of the business, but it's one of those things where you just got to do it. You've got to take that leap of faith, back yourself, and know that once I do this, and if I'm disciplined enough to consistently work on my business and drive people into my business and work on the things I should be doing as a business owner, then my business will succeed. But it's about having that confidence in yourself and backing yourself and taking that leap of faith and just doing it. And so I really wanted you guys to think about that today. I've just been thinking about it over the past 9 days while I've been doing such like a high concentration of calls, and it's just so clear. I wish I could give my eyes to you guys and go, just look at the world through my lens for a second and just to have a look and listen to these calls and listen to these business owners and have this perspective of what all these people are telling me. And it's such a consistent theme. And I see the people who are who are struggling, they're the ones who are so tied up in doing the things in their business on the daily grind, right? They're the ones who are just like, they're either not making profit, they're breaking even, or they're just making enough profit, or whatever. It's in that low area. The people who are excelling, every single one of them without fail, are the people who are just spending time on marketing their business, and that's what they do. And they do the business owner stuff, and they're just excelling. And if I spoke to those people, if I asked them the question, when did you make the decision to actually step away and let someone else run the internals and you build the business? If I ask them when they made that decision, were you ready? They'll probably now look back in reflection and go, no, I wasn't ready, but I just did it. And because I did it, it's allowed me to move forward and progress. And so that's kind of the message today. I always like to give you guys not just strategy, but I want to give you guys some food for thought as well, and to think about, like, am I spending my time doing the things that matter? Or am I finding excuses for myself to stay in the things that make me comfortable? And sometimes, what's that saying? There's a saying, it's like, something about a ship in harbour, but that's not, ships are safe in harbour, but that's not what ships are designed for, or something like that. So I'll get it, but it's one of those sayings, and I really love that saying. So step away from your harbour and sail the seas and conquer and do all those awesome things. So that's the message. Hope you've enjoyed it today. And I just launched something really super exciting this morning in my Inner Circle group, where and something I didn't know what the response would be, but I launched it this morning, and it was good. I had like a really positive response from it. So just to quickly share this story before I wrap it up. A lot of people who join the inner circle, they're always saying like, oh, what's the minimum contract? And I always say like, oh, there is no. Well, previously it was 12 months, and people are scared of contracts because they've been burnt and stuff in the past. So I've been toying with the idea over the past couple of days of whether or not I should not have a contract with my coaching. There's like no minimum period. So sign up today, leave tomorrow, no minimum period, whatever. But if you leave, you can never come back. And so I launched that this morning. I made an official policy this morning, which is awesome. I really like it. So my inner circle crew now, it's like they're tidy and they're locked in. And but only on their own accord. If they want to leave, they can leave, but they can't come back. But I think that also shows confidence in my own program and confidence that I'm confident in my program that people will want to stay because I give them an option to leave if they want, but they just can't come back. And also for that reason, I just don't want to, like with template coaching, they do like this 12-month template coaching, and after 12 months they recycle and they graduate and leave, and then that's kind of it, and then you start again. I would rather have the same group of people I work with for 4 years doing like awesome stuff and building on successes with everyone combined as a massive family in a group and doing awesome things together and just building our business sophistication together and growing and having big round table mastermind sessions and doing really cool stuff together than I would, having to recycle people all the time and start again and teach people from start. So that's been one of the cool things in my own coaching that I did this morning. Inner Circle for Life now, I think someone coined it. And so that was it. I just want to share that with you as well. So this is my Friday message. Hope you've enjoyed it today. If you're on the podcast, please subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or Google Play. Also, please share it on your Facebook. If you're on your podcast, share it and let your friends know about it. And if you're on YouTube, please like it and send me some comments on YouTube as well. It's always nice to have some comments under the videos and some likes. And if you are not a subscriber on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. I have a 30-day challenge where I cannot spend a single cent, even boosting other posts, even my blogs and stuff, I can't even boost them because I really want to prove to you, like, for 30 days, I didn't spend a cent on advertising, and this is what I was able to achieve. So if you haven't done so far, please go to my YouTuber channel, search Billy Rickman, and just hit that subscribe button. It'll mean the world to me, and I love it. And it also lets me know that you guys love this content, and it makes me want to do more of it. So that's the message. I appreciate you all. So grateful for you listening. Have an awesome weekend. If you're listening today, have an awesome weekend. If not, have an awesome day, and I'll catch you guys soon. See you later. Bye-bye.